And I don't think there's anything more important in our arsenal of things to do in the National Capital Region than the performances we do for the families of the fallen to lay to rest their loved ones in Arlington. I just don't think there's anything that we do that's more important than that. When the band performs at Arlington, I have a hard time using that word perform, but there's not really another term for what we do there. I mean, the band is at Arlington for one reason and one reason only, and that is to honor the families and the fallen who are going to be buried that day. What we do as a band at Arlington National Cemetery is extremely significant, very important, and I think it's one of the most important things that we do. We are there for the families of the fallen. We're there to honor their Marine and lay that Marine to rest in a manner that is extremely dignified. And we are there representing their brothers in arms, their sisters in arms. And the families really appreciate the fact that the band is there. I mean, it's not just the band. There are troops there. There's a color guard there. There's a firing party there. But the music really makes the occasion. And I remember after a parade just a couple of weeks ago, a young man came up to me and he said, "You're the drum major for the band?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, I recognize your rank, and I think you were the drum major for the band at Arlington back in October. And I said, "Well, it was probably me." And he said, "Well, that was my brother that you guys performed for. It was my brother's funeral." And it was just such a wonderful thing to have the troops there and to have the band there. And I thanked him for that, and I offered my condolences, and he was interested in some of the music that we performed. But it makes such a difference for these families to not be on their own at this point. They're at Arlington, which is fantastic. And they're in the company of Marines who are doing what Marines do best, is taking care of their own.